All right, and we are live. Welcome back to another Civilization 6 Rise and Fall live stream. I am Broyar, and thank you for joining me, either on the live stream itself or on the recordings as they go up throughout the week on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was kind of tossing around ideas for what we're going to do today. We obviously just finished up our Indonesia run, so if you haven't seen that, hopefully you got to see the last episode today if you didn't get to join us for the live stream last week. If not, go check it out. It's already on the on YouTube right now. But we could play another run or do something like that. But I was trying to figure out what I actually did want to do, and for some reason my Steam is being uncooperative. Let me see if I can get it to reload for a second. All right, go there. Because I was looking at thinking about doing like some sort of achievement run. I don't usually do a lot of achievements, but some of the achievements are a bit challenging. So it's kind of a good way to challenge yourselves above and beyond what maybe Deity or normally would be, I mean, some of the achievements are even just not worth doing at the Deity difficulty. Sometimes you just want to go down to a lower difficulty level so that you can, sorry, one second, let me, hopefully this doesn't, pulling up all my little windows. But yeah, sometimes you usually want to do like the achievements at a lower difficulty level just so you can get them done. Like even the basic difficulty level, whatever the lowest one is. I don't play on it, so I don't remember. Let's see. Even at settler difficulty, where you actually have all the production advantages, you can still get the achievements there. So, sometimes it's like, why make it more difficult if you don't have to? But sometimes it's fun to make it difficult. That's part of the challenge. So, let me see if I can pull up my... Let's see here. If I show... Actually, can I show it in here in the game? I was going to see if I can see the achievements here in game. I don't think it's going to show very well. View global achievements. Alright, so if I go ahead and share, let's see if I can share the, I guess the display. Will that work? I'm gonna have to transition it in. There we go. Alright, so here's the display. So let's see, can you see that? I think that's coming through okay. Guess we'll see in a second. But anyway, let's come down here to see some of the achievements. Like the achievements down here at the bottom, like the ones that like very few people have done. Stop it. Don't select stuff. Go away. Why are you not scrolling on me? There we go. This window's being very weird. This is the overlay for Steam that sometimes behaves a little weird for me. Let's see. What are the ones that have the lowest? Why is it not showing me percentages? I thought it saw percentages earlier. Oh, is this not the global ones? Let me see. I want to see global achievements. Why are you not letting me click things? Okay, this is being really dumb. Can I pull it up in just the regular Steam itself? I'm trying to make sure there's nothing like sensitive there before I show it. I mean, obviously you got my name, but okay. I mean, I don't think you would have been hard to guess that. If we come down here to the bottom, there's a bunch of them that are at 0.1%. So very few people have actually achieved these. A lot of these are scenario based. So there's things like the ones for the Nirvana scenario. There's ones for the Egypt scenario, which we've actually done. Or the Gift of the Nile scenario is what it's called. We've actually done this one. As you can see, we've achieved this one. And won it on Deity difficulty. So if you haven't seen that one, you can go check that out on my channel as well. So I don't know if I want to do another one of those. Although another scenario at some point wouldn't be too bad. I was kind of looking at this one, which greatest is as greatest does. It's second from the bottom. And playing as Macedon, conquer a city containing both the Great Library and Great Lighthouse wonders. That sounds pretty challenging, especially if we do it on Deity difficulty. So the way I was thinking about doing this one is we may need to make a city where we ourselves build the Great Library and Great Lighthouse in it, let it fall to the enemy, and then reconquer it again so that we can get credit for the achievement. I'm assuming it would work that way because technically that's conquering a city. Unless that counts as some sort of like liberating a city or something weird like that, which I hope not. But, I mean, there's two ways we can let it fall to the enemy. We can either let it fall through loyalty, or we can let it fall just through conquest. So kind of thinking about trying this one, and doing it on Deity will be a challenge because obviously getting both these wonders, getting either one of these wonders will be quite hard. Getting both of them, especially in the same city, is going to be a challenge. But you know what? Let's go for it. Let's go for a challenge. And if we don't get it, we might have to tone down the difficulty and try again or something like that. So why not? Sure. I figured let's do something crazy. It was Alexander, right? Macedon. I'm not like making that up. I'm going to turn off the display capture again. It is Macedon. So we'll go ahead and go in here. We'll go at Deity, and we'll just do standards fine. I don't know if I need to make it super long turns. You know, that the whole point is just to kind of get through the wonders. And we may even call the game after that. I don't know if we'll finish the game once we achieve the wonder. I don't know if they're, or achieve the achievement. We do need to make sure we have some coast, because obviously we've got to build the Great Lighthouse as well. But I don't know if I want to go all the way to Archipelago. So island plates could be good. Inland sea. Inland sea would be kind of interesting. But I kind of want to do inland sea when we actually have something to go for. Let's just do fractal or something. Sure, why not? And we'll just do a standard one. I don't know if... Make it a slightly bit easier. We're going to probably limit the number of people to 8, which I think is going to be okay. We could go all the way down to like a duel, which... That, to me, that's kind of a cop-out. That's a little too easy, if you ask me. Does Alexander even have any bonuses to building wonders? I don't think he does. Receive boost upon conquest, which, you know, okay, we'll be doing a little bit of that. Obviously, we should be able to defend our cities fairly okay, or retake them once we let them fall. And then he's got the there's no way I'm going to be able to say that correctly. The BP over here. It's a building unique to Macedon, plus 25% combat experience for all melee, ranged line units, and heteroi trained in the city. Gain science equal to 25% of the unit's cost when a non-civilian unit is created in the city. Some science. That's kind of cool. That could help us rush. I mean, it may be a while before we can get this, but it would help us kind of rush some of the text that we need. Let's try it. Why not? Is there anything we want to change with the advanced setup? I don't think so. I mean, I'm not worried about the victories because we'll know if we lost or won long before we have to worry about the victories, I believe. So let's try it. Again, it might be a bit too challenging, but we're going to give it a go.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Great warlord Alexander, beneath your sword shall Macedonia spread throughout the world. Every kingdom shall be a unique challenge to overcome, but the rewards will be great if you remain true and brave. Turn away from peace, for there is no way to establish your legacy but from conquering vast lands. Charge, Alexander, and lead your people to glory.
Alrighty, here we go. Alexander looking all, I guess, dashing is the right word? I don't know. He's very proud of his appearance here. Anyway, oh, look, this is a great start. Nowhere near the coast. So challenge number 1, find the coast. And again, we could have made it a little easier for ourselves, and maybe we're already shooting ourselves in the foot, but I want to see if I can do it just random and crazy and whatever. So let's check some stuff out real quick. So the Great Lighthouse, we obviously know is going to have to be on the coast. But what other restrictions are there? Must be built on the coast and adjacent to land and a harbor district with a lighthouse. So we've got to get harbor districts. We've got to get lighthouses. And obviously we've got to get coast, which is currently the harder part of that because we don't see any. And then I was going to check the Great Library as well. Great Library must be built on flat land adjacent to a campus district with a library. So we need libraries and we need harbor districts. So obviously getting the libraries will be fine here. And then the harbor districts is up here with the lighthouses. So this will open up the Great Lighthouse right there. And the Great Library, is that a civic one? I think it is. Let's see here. Is it over here? I could go back to the Civilopedia and look it up, which I'm going to have to, because I'm blind and not seeing it. Great library is in... Oh, it's in the civic recorded history. So I was right about civics. But it just wasn't right about where it's at. Way over here. Okay. So that's going to be the challenge also, you know, as well. Because, you know, civics, I usually do really bad about keeping my culture up high enough to get to some of these civics before the other guys. So the fact that the civic is further, like we need to get further into the civics tree than we do the science tree, leads me to believe that we're going to want to focus a little bit more on culture than science, actually. I mean, getting an early campus is fine, just to kind of let some of the science kind of come in. But we also probably going to need to get an early theater square, at least in our capital. Now, our capital is not going to be the one that builds this. Obviously, it's not on the coast, so which is fine. So we can build some of this infrastructure in our capital and really try and spread out to find what we're looking for. So, any reason not to settle in place? I don't see any plains nearby that could give us an extra boost of production. Lots of stone nearby. Actually, lots of resources. Wow, this is actually a really good start. Tobacco, stone, silk, cattle, all within range. 3 cattle, sorry, all within range. And wheat down here. Wow, this is actually a pretty nice little start here. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and settle in place. And we're going to send our warrior out looking for the fabled coastline, because we need it. Now, I'm okay with the city that we build these in being a little bit further away from our capital. And the reason for that is because one of the ways we may need to lose control of our city is through loyalty flip. And if it's further away from our capital, then it'll flip to loyalty a little bit easier, which is okay. So first things first, we need to probably just beeline writing, get a campus up, and let's let some of that passive science come in through that, while we then focus on hopefully some culture after that as well. So let's go ahead and go pottery. Now, obviously, we got to make sure we defend ourselves. We are playing on Deity, so the enemies, like the barbarians and other things, are going to be a challenge to deal with as we go. So we can't just completely ignore everything and beeline certain things. That's a lot of desert. Still no coast. Now, if we don't have any coast anywhere nearby, as great as this start is, we may have to reroll. Ah, coast. Okay, there we go. And we got astrology. So this is not bad. This is not bad at all. That we finally found some coast. It's actually not that far from our capital, which is okay. Again, if it was further away and we got the loyalty pressure, I'd be okay with that. But I think this is going to be fine. Got some horses. Got some tea. Let's go ahead and turn on, just for now, yield icons. I don't usually like to play with them because I do like the way the map looks. But I kind of want to see a little bit of where some of the production is, so that I can try and put the city in a place that's got, you know, halfway decent production. Because I think that's going to help us out a lot. All right, unit needs orders. Doesn't really matter. We're just going to kind of scout along this coastline. Is this really just a tiny little inlet here? Which is fine, but a little unexpected. We'll scout along this just to see what we can find. Up there's Palenque, which, you know, they're aren't they the one that? Why are you? Oh, I don't have the. I guess I don't have the tab yet. They're the ones that give you growth rate. Okay, yeah, that's right. In cities with a campus district, which, you know, is fine. Getting a little bit of growth rate because we're trying to get an early campus in Pella here, just to get some science going in. Some growth rate would not be a bad idea. And we're gonna need some trade routes because it's gonna be one way.
Dark brown amorphous basalt. There the red
Wow.
ochre, and below that again, the slender but distinct lines of the wood coal.
Pretty cool wonder, and the fact that this exists in the actual world somewhere. What is this? I forget where this one is. That one. What's it called? Giant's Causeway. I want to say it's not like Scotland or something like that, is it? Ireland. Okay, Northern Ireland. So yeah, the fact that something like this exists is really cool. Like, just, it looks cool. Anyway, so we got that, which is going to help us if we get our units next to it, which is easier said than done since it's on the other side of the coast here. But if we can get over there and get our units next to it, that'll give them a little bit of a boost and help us defend out a bit early on. Okay, England. Maybe not the biggest competition for wonders, so but she's going to be on the coast. So she is going to be wanting to go for the Great Lighthouse. She is competition for the Great Lighthouse, but she doesn't necessarily get any major, I guess, buffs to wonder building. So we might be okay. All right, we'll be able to get over here by that and get a little bit of a boost to there. That's going to be fine. You're announcing me already. Like, seriously, how do you not like me, like, 3 turns into the game?
No man ever wetted clay.
Alright, you know what we're going to do? We're going to send you over here. Just because I want everybody to have a little bit of a buff before I send them around. Just to give us a little bit of a fighting chance. It's not too far away. That's going to be fine. Like I said, I think I'm just going to go straight for writing. Get a campus out early. We're going to need it. Not just for this city, but we're going to need it for our new city that we build the Great Lighthouse in anyway. Do we want to go for a settler yet? I don't think so. We're going to slinger out. Help us defend ourselves a bit. Like I said, I cannot ignore our defenses just because I'm pushing for wonders. It's going to be a little hard to get over here than I would like, but we'll make it happen. England's probably going to have that sucked into their territory very, very quickly. And of course, London's going to be able to build a Great Lighthouse as soon as she gets harbor, so something to worry about. But she is on the other side of this, so probably not anybody we have to worry about too quickly unless there's some connection up here. So we'll be fine, I think, for now. Barbarians will be the thing we have to worry about, though. Okay. Good. Go ahead and make your way over there, little dude. Alright, Slinger's about to be out. I'm expecting some barbarians showing up very soon. Alright, policies. Let's go and go discipline, just because I know we're going to run into some barbarians again very soon. Let's go and get good God King, because if we can get the Pantheon that gives us wonder building, then that would be obviously ideal. Okay, what do we want to go for? Second continent. I'm surprised we haven't found one yet. Let's start working towards that. And again, we need to kind of beeline towards recorded history, which is good because it's going to be behind political philosophy anyway, which we also kind of want to go for.
Writing means share.
All right, there's writing. Okay. I mean, astrology does put us right into harbor, which is fine. Which honestly, if we get harbor, then we will be able to go straight into the Great Lighthouse early on, which is okay. Even though library is a little ways away, we can beeline towards Great Lighthouse quite a bit quicker. So why not? Let's go for astrology, and then we'll figure out what we want to do from there. Probably get a settler very soon, so we can settle on the coast, get the boost for that, etc., etc. All right, so is it just all land units, or is it just melee? It's all land combat units. So, again, everybody, it's taking them a little bit out of the way, but I think in the long run, we'll be happy for it. As I said, we do need to focus on culture more than science. So even though I do want the science, culture first is probably the way to go. Builder would be exceptional here as well, although what we may do is save up. It's a little ways away, but maybe buy a builder here in a little bit. Let's start with the culture, though. Again, we're going to need that to focus on that more than anything. All right, so we got your spear there. Why don't you kind of start clearing some of the fog down this way, while our warrior starts clearing some of the fog, well, up that way. And starts kind of making his way back home a little bit. What is it you want? Destroy barbarian outpost within 5 tiles. Oh, okay. So we do have a barbarian outpost nearby, as expected. We'll just kind of go along the borders of the fog here and see what we got. Do we have any? Can we even see a little bit of a continent change yet? Sometimes you can see them before you've actually kind of discovered them, it seems like. But I don't see anything yet. Hell is growing fairly okay. Got to keep an eye on England. See if they get a harbor out. As soon as they get a harbor out, we gotta be worried, obviously, because that means they're gonna be very close to being able to build a great lighthouse. Great lighthouse is not a great wonder for Macedon. Now, the other alternative here. The other alternative here is if, like, say, England builds the Great Lighthouse before we can, then our goal would then be to take that city as quickly as possible so that we can then also build Great Lighthouse there and kind of go from there. So just because somebody gets the Great Lighthouse, or sorry, Great Library there, just because somebody gets a Great Lighthouse before us does not mean the game's over, because we just got to find a way to get both of them in the same city, which is still doable if somebody else builds it. All right, so that's that. We're going to build a city on the coast. Let's go ahead and get this most of the way, and then we'll wait for the... We'll hold off until we get the actual build on the coast before we actually commit to... till we actually finish it. It's hard to think and talk at the same time sometimes. All right, so we are at the point for that. Let's go ahead and come up here to craftsmanship. Do want the builder soon. Oh, there's that guy. Would like to get a kill there at some point, but we'll be all right for now. Hello. With our scout getting +5, he actually makes him kind of stand up against this guy a little bit. In fact, we may sneak up here, see if that guy will attack us, and kind of go from there. Another city-state. What do you got as a bonus? Trade routes in foreign cities provide +1 gold. Eh. Not super relevant to us right this second, but still a nice little bonus. So he did attack us, as expected. Not a ton of production options here, but probably a little bit more of this side of things than down here. Well, I say there's forest down here, which would help us rush something. Would like to see a lot more forest, though. Too early to attack. Maybe that guy will attack, and then we can take it next turn. City-state already being defeated. Some jungle up here. It's not as good for production, but it's not terrible either. And you know what? Putting a city over here would put it within the loyalty borders of London pretty quickly. So we would be able to kind of let it flip to England and kind of get it back that way. So it's an option. It's an idea. Let's move you back up this direction now that you got your boost. You're just going to sit there? I guess I can attack myself, but I don't want to attack and then let you take it. So I'll just heal up to full for now. Quite a bit of jungle up here, actually. And settling on this would give us a little bit extra production. So that might be what we want to do, and then just start clearing some of this jungle. Again, it's not as good as forest, but it's better than nothing. A lot of jungle. So yeah, I think settling here is going to be the goal. It's not amazing, but it's if we can. Actually, you know what? It's probably too close to London. Settler. Nope, we can settle there. It's not as bad on the loyalty, so it means it's not going to flip immediately, but it's going to get pretty bad pretty quick. So we do probably want to try and settle there as quickly as we can. I think that's going to be our goal. We can stick a harbor here, maybe stick a lighthouse out there or somewhere nearby. I think that will be okay. That is the goal, at the least. Let's go ahead and take him out. That +5 really makes a difference, actually. All right, whatever. We're just going to get rid of you. I'm pretty sure you're going to go in there and take it out, but whatever. At least we don't have to worry about it anymore. One way or the other. Oh, you didn't take it out. Scout taking on Spearman. That's so funny. This thing actually really did come in handy. Oh, let sailing go too far. Got distracted. I cannot do that. I got things to do. We do need to be able to clear jungle, which is or rainforest. I can always call it jungle. I know it's rainforest, but it's been jungle before, so. What is the difference between rainforest and jungle, by the way? All right. Do I want to go for settler right away? I can purchase the builder. I could have purchased it last turn, actually. So again, not being optimal. I need to focus a bit more. This is going to be hard enough as is. Yeah, I think purchase the builder, build the settler. It's going to be okay. And I think going ahead and get the settler out so we can get this city over here pretty quickly. We're going to need to give it a governor early on to get the things built. And then we'll take the governor away to help the loyalty flip happen once we get things built. It's the goal, at least. There we go. Got that one. That's as desired. Are we even close to getting a Pantheon? I need 25, so we're a little ways away. Alright, I guess. Thank you. Oh, hello. Goody hut. We'll go get that before we rest. Alright, builder. Can't hook up any of this stuff actually yet. I forgot about that. It's alright. Can hook up the farm real quick. Get a little bit of food coming in. Mostly I just wanted to get 3 things hooked up for the craftsmanship. And we'll be able to hook up the quarry here in 4 turns, as well as a mine if we want to. So that's going to be okay. Just take your promotion. Doesn't seem to be a lot of woods and rainforest around here, so we'll take the hills for now. Alright, one more turn on craftsmanship and then we can flip that one over. How about you just come back home and just be ready to defend? We're going to be okay with that. Three turns on the quarries. To hook up another farm real quick. No, I think we're going to come on out here and just sit on the quarry for now. Be ready to hook a couple of those up, get us some production, and that is going to be okay. Granted a recon unit. Oh, that's going to help us out a little bit. It's going to get a little more scouting in. I'm okay with that. In fact, why don't you head up this direction, start kind of scouting around here. Warrior, you got that, so we're going to start heading you back, because I don't want you to get too far away. Do have a barbarian camp there. Oh, no, I forgot to swap craftsman. Boo. Playing too fast. Okay, nothing to swap here, nothing to swap there. That one's obviously got to get finished. Since we know scouts are strong, I'll send him that direction to help out for now. You got 2 turns, just sit there. You're going to head back home for now, although getting you to get a kill would be great. I'm going to head you this direction. I don't think you're going to get there in time to get a kill, but who knows? We'll see. It's going to be annoying. We'll get that cleared out here in a little bit. Ah, hello, Rome. How are you doing? How do I feel about that? I don't know. I guess we'll be okay. I don't think he's super close. Where is... Oh, he's actually way up there. A lot of jungle between us and him. Some mountains and stuff. We're probably okay.
That's the positive aspect of trade, I suppose.
Nope, I think we're still okay with what we got for now, until at least we get our Pantheon. I don't want to swap out of the Faith and Gold. Mysticism does not actually help us towards recorded history. So, even though it does give us an envoy, which is good, I don't think we need that right now. So we're going to head up to Early Empire, get working on that a little bit. We'll get craftsmanship here in a moment, and that's going to be okay. Okay, one more turn on that. There's another coast over here if we choose to go that direction, but I don't think we need to. Moving on to this desert is not great. Man, that's a lot of really flat desert. If it was hilly desert, that's one thing. Flat desert, not so great.
When you find yourself in a hole, quit digging.
Let's see if we move you up here. I'd like to take on this guy, but he's going to run away from us. Alright. Like I said, we do need to get to where we can chop rainforest at some point. Do we need to do that right this second? I don't know. Let's go ahead and knock out animal husbandry. It's going to help us with the pastures for sure. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Because once we get sailing by putting our city on the coast, we'll be able to go to celestial navigation. And I think that's going to be fine. I don't really want to attack you with them right this second. I mean, I don't mind if you attack us a little bit. We'll avoid you for the moment. All right, well, that scouts, or this guy should be able to have some impact here. We're going to leave you there. Fortify you. Maybe he'll attack us back. That's fine. We're going to move you down. We may fortify you there until you heal before we actually move you in. Yeah, let's go and do this one. That's going to be okay. There's craftsmanship.
Inspiration is a mere reed.
Again, still nothing I want to change to right this second. I'm okay with the barbarian increase for now. It's still helping us out quite a bit. Animal husbandry we can let go all the way through, so I don't need to worry about that yet. Just heal up a tick. We're going to move you in to be able to start attacking soon-ish. Hello. If I had a movement, I would attack you, but I do not. Now, we got a lot of mountains and rainforest between us and Rome, so I'm not as concerned about Rome. Oh, well, thank you for coming out to meet us. A little bit of gold there. Nothing we can spend it on right this second. Alright, does have archers already. Alright, we do want to get to kill here. So if we do that and that. There's a boost archery, there's a boost bronze working. Perfect. I like both of those. Just heal up a tick there. That's going to be okay. Why don't you just go auto explore? I don't think we need to micro you that much more anymore. We have an idea of where we want to settle. Although even settling up here would not be too bad. Some woods up here. Lots of jungle over here. Either one of these spots could be good. It's a little bit scarier now because of the loyalty pressure. If we don't have a governor there, it's going to be a little bit of an issue. I mean, I want loyalty pressure. That might be too much loyalty pressure. could settle down here. Still chop a lot of rainforest, but I don't know. This one up here might be better. But that one may never get the loyalty pressure that we want, is the problem. We'll see. We're about to get him here in another 3 turns, so we'll think about it for a little bit.
Please accept my warmest thanks for your kind endeavor.
Okay, now you like me? Can't make up your mind.
I am fond of pigs.
Alright, still going on early empire. We're still good there. I mean, I can knock this out in a turn, but why waste a turn there when we're about to get it for free? Again, bronze working we're going to need anyway, so let's go ahead and work on bronze working, because we're going to want to chop rainforest as part of our strategy here. That's fine, just heal up in place. It's going to be okay. You're going to go ahead and head back home, so we're ready to defend. In fact, we may send you and the warrior over here to clear that out before it gets out of hand. Guess you don't like the fact that I'm exploring more than you. My apologies. There's Stonehenge. Hearing those little wonder, noises are going to be stressful for the first little bit here. All right, early empire is not quite there, but close enough that I feel okay swapping to something else for a moment. Male tradition does not play into what we want to do. We'll start working on state workforce for now. Toronto. Toronto is... That's right, the industrial zone one. That's a pretty good one for later in the game, but it's not going to be as effective for us. Choose a pantheon. Do we still have the... Yes, ancient and classical wonders, and just a double check. Great Library is classical, correct? Yeah, Great Library is classical. So, I do believe we want that one for this strategy to work. Now, it's still possible we have to let somebody else build at least one of these, somebody else might get one of these before we can get there. But I still think we're going to have to build the second one either way, because we're not going to be able to guarantee that both of them are in the same city. It would be interesting if it did end up with both of them in the same city if we weren't able to build them. And if that's the case, we will continue the game, obviously, at that point. But for now, we're going to plan that we're the ones that have to build it. Okay, trader would be good. Obviously, another builder would be good. I do want to build something as far as a specialty district. And I think a campus would be good over here, just to kind of get us a little bit of a boost here. Well, I could push it out there, but none of these adjacencies are great. So I think we're just going to go with what we can get.